Hello everyone, Fanta here, and you're watching Fantavision. Today we're going to be discussing the Nintendo Switch and why it's the fastest selling system in the United States ever. Like, this isn't even just like this year or this generation. It's the fastest selling console ever. Like, its pace is beating the Wii, and that's crazy because the Wii... Actually, you know what? Maybe it's not crazy. Let's really think about this, because the Wii was really hyped up on this new technology of motion-sensed games. Like, you know, the Wii Motion Plus, all that kind of stuff. It was revolutionary, it was new, and don't say it wasn't, because every single person copied it. I mean, there was like knockoff consoles that were like the Wii. Xbox copied it and tried to continue copying it to